Hey everybody, Masaki here, and welcome back to another video of Shining Force. And if you're wondering why we're starting here instead of in the game, it's because when I hit continue and actually start chapter 2 here, it'll start us back at the very beginning with a title shot of the chapter and the description of what happened. So, very shortly, briefly here, I'm going to make a cut between this screen and the actual start, and I will see you all back when we actually get into the chapter. Chapter 2, Spirit of the Holy Spring. Hiro and the Shining Force follow Kain's trail to the town of Rindo. Alright, here we go. Welcome back everybody, sorry about that. Took a bit of effort to get the program for recording the commentary to not stop while I was trying to get the video going. So here we are right outside of Rindo, so let's walk inside. Right in there is your base. Here is the item shop, I think. Oh no, this is the weapon shop, I think. Yep, weapon shop. Okay, so our leader already has a metal sword. We already have a bronze lance for Ken there. But we do have a new weapon for our casters and healers now. Power staffs. So... Oop, no, not the metal sword. Drats. Alright, so, sorry, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit here and get a power staff for... Okay, well, I just finished, but I was gonna sit there, get a power staff for Lau, Chris, and, a third one for Tao. We don't have another caster just yet, so it's just those three for now. Now, while I'm going here doing this, I will tell you from Chapter 2 on here, we are actually going to be getting characters for the party a lot more often now. They don't give you too many in Chapter 1, but from Chapter 2, in Chapter 2 at least, and onward, you run into characters that you can recruit more often than not. Alright, let's sell that wooden staff. I know someone has... Yep, a metal sword there that's not needed. So we'll sell the metal sword. We'll sell their wooden staffs. Ugh. Sorry, a little sneeze there. I'll cut that out. And so basically... Like I said, right now I'm just going to go through, I'm going to sell all the wooden staffs, including the one I found that the leader has, because no one else needs a wooden staff right now, and sell the metal sword that I accidentally picked up. Because Gong and Hans have a metal sword on them too, so there was really no reason to ever buy one. And with Chris now in the party, as I said before, we now have our second full-time healer who will remain in the party from now on. And she can actually heal more than a couple of times as opposed to how many times Gong can heal. Alright, we'll deal with that building here in a minute. Let's look at my notes here. Alright, so just reading over my notes here, so I might be quiet for a little bit. Now the power staffs will be able to let them deal at least 5 damage, which is a decent damage increase and upgrade compared to the wooden staffs they were using. And they will now do about 6 damage normally now, so they're a little more viable for killing off enemies for experience when they're at about 3 or so HP left. So now, okay, if we go over and we talk to this guy here that looks like he's standing on a raft or something in front of this building, he says, "They won't let me inside. They say I'm a bad actor. What do critics know?" And if you're wondering what he's talking about, you come in here and talk to this guy. The play is about to begin. It's about Runefaust routing Guardiana. Won't want to see it. Alright. So as you saw, the play is about the attack that Runefaust did on our home. But you'll see some interesting things here when we start, so let's go sit in and watch it. Go sit down, it's starting. So what you do is just walk over here and in between these two people, and it'll start. Thank you for waiting, the show will now begin. Hey, that looks like us. Take that, you Guardiana Whip, and that, and that. Please don't kill me, mighty Runefaust Knight, please. You're too weak to live, you lowly worm. Take that. Aye, you've killed me. So shall Runefaust's foes always fall. Pow, bang, smash. Clap, clap, clap. Yeah, you were betraying us there, and that is not how it went at all. We kicked their butts and we sent them packing. And we are by no means at all a wimp. Thank you and come again. And they're clapping again. We're looking forward to your next visit. I won't be visiting again if you're gonna sit there and distort the facts that badly. That was awful. I think we have another shop here. I don't think anyone needs anything, but let's check. Yep, this is the item shop. If you think you might need antidotes or you use angel wings, go ahead, go in there, restock. That's where you'll get everything you need item-wise, except for weapons. Alright, so now let's go to this. There's a very big house way in back here. Let's go there. And I think that's this house. Yes, it is. And this is the mayor's house. And as you can see from talking to this guy, he is the mayor. Yes, I am the mayor. Kane of Runefaust bought all our ships and sailed away. So sorry, no ships are left. My ship. You can't have it. Now please leave. And this is the mayor's older son. My father is the mayor of this fine town, and the woman over here is the mayor's wife. Oop, nope. Turn, talk. There you go. Our son is just dying to see the circus. Now, if you come back over here and upstairs, you can see the son that the wife was talking about here. I love the circus. And they have a younger son here who is dying to go watch the circus. That will become important a bit later on. Let's scroll down a little bit more on my notes. Alright, so I think in this house, come over here, we have this weird character here, and we talk to this guy here. Croc the Genius, that's me. Look at my steam suit. Guns, walk over here. Oh, Guns has a face picture. He looks like an armadillo. It still doesn't seem right. Silence, just do as I ask. Okay, okay. It stopped, not again. Oh dear, well, back to the old drawing board. And now let's talk to Guns. Woo, it's heavy and hot. Okay, so as you saw there, Guns actually has a portrait shot there. And the reason for that is he becomes one of the people you can recruit. But like Yogurt there, you actually have to talk to him a couple of times when he shows up, like 2 or 3 times before the final time when he joins, before he'll actually join. That Dr. Croc, a brilliant man, but no common sense. You can go around and talk to people if you want. Some of them will have some interesting and funny things to say. When you reach Manarina, see Ultron. There's nothing he does not know. Ultron is pretty important to the story too, so that was kind of interesting to be mentioned. I got a chest all the way back here. So let's search this, and you find a speed ring. And I think I will be giving that to Chris. And if you heard anything out of the ordinary just now, that was my phone going off with someone texting me. Okay, so we went and talked to Guns the first time so that we can get him to show up later to recruit him. And this big dirt spot down right here, this is where the circus is going to be. You read the sign. Oh, whoops. Hit the wrong thing. Search. Sees a circus coming soon to this location. And that's the sign mentioning that's your hint that that's where the circus tent's going to be. Let's talk to this guy. Yep, the circus tent will be right over there. Okay, I guess that guy will tell you too. So, if you want to check any party member's status, like their strength, their attack, their damage, and all of that, you have to come down here and talk to Nova here. Come on, there we go. Well, here, while you're ready to face the enemy, and you go to status. And then you talk to him like this, and it pulls up this status screen for them. Shows you what items they're currently holding, what spells they have, and then their basic level stats. Check someone else's status? No. Okay, so as you saw there, when you finish checking one person, he'll ask you if you want to check another. Which is the good thing, because that means you don't have to finish talking to him and start the whole conversation over if you wanted to look at someone else's stats. But that's how you check the party members, any of your character's statuses in this one. As you go down there into your base, talk to Nova, select the bottom option of the menu, which is status, then select the one you want, and it pulls up that screen there. There are a couple of chests around town. As you saw, that one in there was worth checking. I'm actually going to put the ring on her off screen, so if you're wondering why you're not seeing that, that is why. There's also a house. One of these houses, I don't have it really marked down. And it's obviously not one we've been to. It'll have an upstairs, that's what you're looking for probably. It's probably down here somewhere in these first couple houses when you enter. And if you want now, you can actually go and talk to these two. If you talk to the actor that's portraying you, essentially he says he wishes he had a better role without such a pathetic character, but come on, we know we're not pathetic. It's just the way these guys wanted to portray us. Or maybe it was, no... This might take me a minute to find where I have to go. Maybe it was this house here with the weapons. Ah, yes, okay, this guy. Go over here, talk to this guy. The name's Boken. I'm going crazy in this dog place. Does anything ever happen? As you see, that guy says his name was Boken. He'll show up a couple times throughout the game. He's not necessarily a party member. He just, he shows up and he kind of moves things along at one point or another. So... let's go talk to this guy here about the boats. Sorry, stranger. Soldiers bought almost all our ships. That one is the mayor's. Okay, good. Here is our church. Let's save. And then I think I'm going to try leaving and heading to the Man Arena. And now this fight coming up, I'm actually not going to finish it in one video because it takes a bit of time to actually move the characters up towards any enemies. So, see, I think what we do now is we just leave and then it'll start the fight and continue on, so let's try that. Yep, here we go. Our enemies seek to stop you from reaching Henri and Manarina. You must succeed. And if you don't remember, Henri is the princess of Guardiana where we started. Alright, so I'm just going to start this fight for now. And what I'm going to try to do is get past the 3 dwarfs at the bridge, and then I'll probably stop. Because if you notice, you have to travel a bit of ways before you even get to the people further up in the desert parts there. And when you enter, your characters enter the sand here, they have a very, very small amount of movement per turn. So it takes a bit of time to actually get all the way up here. And as you see, we have a new enemy here, zombies. Oop, there we go, Ruggy, there we go, okay. We have zombies here, they have 18 attack, 13 defense, 5 move, and 7 agility, 15 HP. And as you can guess, they hit pretty hard, and they are able to inflict poison on you when they hit you. And the best way to take them out is with Tao's Blaze spell, as they are weak to fire. Now, when you look at her, okay good, yeah, you should have Blaze 2 at this point, which will be a big help in fighting them, because you can target more than one zombie at once and do a substantial amount of damage to them. So that's just something to keep in mind when it comes to this. Alright, so as you can see right now, I'm just kind of moving everyone out some, putting them in formation to keep the casters and my leaders safe. Putting my frontline fighters up front, which would entail the 2 warriors, Gort and Luke, as well as Ken and May, who are the knights. I don't need to move you too much because I'm not going to, well, no. You can heal and you do have a healing item on you, so I will keep you up with everyone else more or less. Alright, so basically what will happen is these 3 dwarfs are just going to sit here in front of the bridge. When you get close enough, they'll potentially cross over to attack you, but they're more so going to block you from getting past the bridge. As you can see, the bats, they're kind of moving down around towards the bottom of the sandy area here. So what'll happen there is as you start moving up, the bats are going to attack you. And the Dark Mage here and the 2 snipers, they're just going to group together in the center here. And they're just going to sit up here around this area where they're already standing. And they're not going to come towards you until you get close enough for them to hit you from a distance. Which is why I said, you know, this is not going to be a one-shot video even when I get further into it. Because you have to cross the sand, it slows down your movement quite a bit before you even get to these guys. And what'll happen is these zombies and these mages, these 4 zombies and 2 mages, they're going to cluster together around Manarina right here, up here. And they'll possibly move up along here. But aside from that, they'll just cluster together and wait for you. And technically what I find really helps deal with the zombies is move like your fighters up to fight them, but don't move them up too far away from everyone. And try to draw like 1 zombie out at a time the best you can. Eventually, you know, it's not going to be able to happen. When they start grouping together around you, that's when you want to pull out Tao and start using her Blaze spell to do heavy damage to 1 or more of them. And that's about the gist of how the strategy for the AI works in this fight. Oh, gotta move you a little further. Didn't realize that was my leader and Tao there. And if the issue with the movement and the sand there doesn't make sense right now, you'll understand when we actually get into the sand and you see like that, oh, okay. It's another one of those things that affects your movement. Like the tree/forest and the hills, The sand will affect your movement by about 30%, allowing you to only move like 1 or 2 squares in the general directions and 1 square diagonally, essentially. And we're getting really close to 20 minutes. I was kind of hoping to at least get to the dwarfs there to take them on for you guys, but it doesn't look like that might happen. I might pull this on past 20 minutes some just to get some fighting in here so the end of the video isn't too boring. Alright, yeah, as you can see, there's like a lot of enemies sprawled out across this entire field, so it can take some time for it to get through everyone's turns. Alright. Oh darn, that's right, they got the lance now. What the heck was I thinking? I was gonna try to get one attack in here for you from a distance with him, but totally forgot he had the lance now, and the lance does not go over a distance. Alright, so as you can see, one of the dwarfs moved up and did 5 damage to Ken, blocking me from crossing the bridge, like I said they would. And the others aren't going to really move now because they're successfully blocking me, more or less. I mean, I take out one of them and then I have the other 2 to deal with. I'm really not wanting to have to use any magic right now, so I'm not planning to oh yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. I was gonna say, I really don't want to have to use magic until I get up by the zombies some. Hopefully Tao will not die so she can. But we'll see what happens there. You can never be guaranteed at this point. From this point on, you can never be guaranteed if a character is going to make it or not, depending on how you maneuver everyone. Okay, so in this fight, the zombies that you see there, they can hit you for at least 10 damage, and as I said, they can also poison you. As you notice, they have a really strong defense, so they actually only take like maybe 2 or 3 damage from physical attacks. As you saw from the last point on, the game is not so generous with the easy fights anymore. Fights from here on are a lot harder. There's no goblins past that second fight, or yeah, the second fight. We only had bosses in the first and last fight in Chapter 1 there before. So, alright, let's see here. Might have to wait till I can move Ken. Oh wow, 23 minutes. Okay, so as you're also seeing, like, the bats that were the furthest down, they're actually coming down to fight us as well. So not only do I have to deal with these 3 dark dwarfs blocking my path, but I also... Oop, nope. Forgot for a second. Heal one can't heal anyone diagonally. Alright, so let's go and have you heal. Heal him, Chris. Ooh, okay. I totally forgot to do that. It's a good thing I caught that at the start of this fight. Because when you equip... okay, this is a nice point to bring up. When you give someone a weapon, it does not instantly equip the weapon, so you have to go into the menu after you're done buying the weapon, after you're done buying them, and equip them yourself. But if you forget to do that till you're in the middle of a fight, the nice thing about it is... Alright, let's equip you here. The nice thing about that is, as I was saying, as you saw there when I equipped Tao with her power staff, it did not take up her turn. I could still move around, and I could still fight or cast a spell if I wanted to. So having to equip a weapon in battle isn't a complete loss because you do not lose their turn by equipping them. And now we got 2 bats on us as well. Joy. Alright, so let's see who we got for a turn here. I'll attack with May and then I'm going to end this off. Yeah! Deadly attack of 13 points, or 13 damage. Now experience nearly killing the bat. Very, very good. Since it's Ken's turn again, I think I'll try to kill the Dark Dwarf, actually. Okay, very good. He did 6 damage, 14 experience, 25 coins. Level increased to 6, speed increased by 1, hit points increased by 1, and that was it. And so when we get back to my turn here, I'm going to end this off. So everybody, I hope you've been enjoying this video. Sorry if it was a little clustered and scattered. Sorry if the commentary was a little clustered. Sorry if my commentary for this one was a little clustered, scattered around, and not as centered or whatever as it would normally be. Oh crap, I forgot to quit out there. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all in the next one where we continue this first fight in Chapter 2. So until then, everybody, remember to subscribe, hit that like button, and leave a like if you want, and I will see you all in the next one where we continue this fight on the way to Manarina to see Henri and see who this Otron character is. So until then, everybody, goodbye.